couple of days ago, I created a social media post declaring my objections and displeasure with the CEO of Black Sands Entertainment, Manuel Godoy's comments on the blerd community being portrayed as his enemy and the enemies of his coalition and investors. His most recent tantrum is just an installment of social media live streams he has conducted in a very immature and irresponsible manner. If you've been paying attention, this all began close to a year ago. The Mighty Z, a multi-fandom content creator, expressed her personal aversions to the Black Sands comic book on her TikTok page. She declared the characters had no emotional range. The book consisted of, quote, hotep nonsense, and how the creator himself comes off as misogynistic. She also had comments on other posts about the allegations of Black Sands misappropriating funds from their investors and pretty much scamming them. My devil's advocacy will begin and end here. Social media defamation is real and can hold up in court. For those of you who tend to get loose in comment sections, keep that in mind. And while an investor typically would like to see a return on their investment, the company can really use the funds however they choose. Granted, there may be some very real consequences if not used in the manner in which it was presented to the investors, but that's another podcast. Manuel, not pleased with this, proceeded to instigate his own fans and following to report Z's video and page by mass reporting her for slander. Such actions could result in a TikToker's page being taken down and shut down indefinitely and permanently. Imagine how ridiculous it would be to see Kevin Feige of Marvel Studios coming after your favorite content creator because they expressed their dislike of the recent Ant-Man film. As previously stated on my own platform, what this CEO should have done was advise his legal team to call, mail, or email a simple cease and desist and kept it moving. Instead, he decided to live in the delusions of his moniker, Black Thanos. The hilarity behind that has a couple of layers. As someone who feels so strongly against blerds, this is a very nerdy persona to attach yourself to. And last I checked, at least on the surface, you are black, right? I mean, hell, you are a black man with a comic book company. By a couple of obvious defaults, that makes you a blerd. During his most recent live, you used the quote from the MCU's Thanos saying, "Reality is often disappointing." Similar to hip-hop heads and those who idolize the likes of John Gotti and Scarface, you should really fast forward to the end of the story to see how your idol turned out. But since you want to latch your personality onto Thanos, allow me to do the same and latch mine onto the leader of the Jabari tribe. With every ounce of authority in my mind, heart, body, and soul, I feel completely confident when I say, on behalf of all blerds,
we will not have it. I said we will not have it. Oh.
I try really hard to stay out of and away from the bullshit that happens inside and outside of the blerd community. But in the same breath, damn it, I love this community. Throw dirt on our name or flowers at our feet, it's all a garden to me. During my internal struggle to speak on your words, Manuel, I remembered another quote from Thanos. The hardest choices require the strongest wills. This is not a declaration of war. This is not a diss track. This is not beef. I'm a man with a family and our surname is blerd. And I want you to leave us alone. Keep quiet. Keep our name out of your mouth. We will do the same. Ladies and gentlemen, blerds and nerds, freaks and geeks, this is Do You Speak Geek?
DYSG. Keep it real, that's key. We the best OGs. Dope topics, come see. DYSG. Keep it real, that's key. We the best OGs. Dope topics, come see. I got a question, do you speak geek? New episodes on the podcast dropping each week. Get hip to the game, I'm giving y'all a sneak peek. Flavor for your ears, bars flowing on unique beats. Blerds and nerds, freaks and geeks. The source wall Wednesday dropping comics you should cop. I think you'd ought to peep. Don't sleep on Dono and Nix. They preaching the gospel, real ish ill like mono, they sick. Thumb life if you're into games with combos and kicks. This podcast is a gift, it's as real as it gets. Blerds taking over, with clever marketing we gain exposure. Feeding the community magic, your boy's a nerd promoter. The dialogue is Jimmy Crackcorn, we aiming for gold. The truth was told, I can't speak for other platforms. Sharp as cats out like knives, claws, and tack thorns. We blacking out, going crazy like a black storm. DYSG, don't forget to follow back. Hosting on the airwaves, always keeping it a stack. Flowers to my haters, psych, I ain't giving y'all jack. Number one on the charts, give your boy a gold plaque.
Hey, yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Nick's back again. This is episode 150. Happy Easter to y'all. Happy Resurrection Sunday. And I hope you all have been having a great time listening to this podcast. To all those who've been rocking with me for this 150 episode journey, and trust me, we got more to come. Thank you so much. I appreciate each and every single one of y'all. But if you are new here, welcome to Do You Speak Geek? This is the podcast where we bring you all the latest and greatest inside of the geek realm as far as news and reviews. Shout out to Spreaker. That's the home team. But wherever you get your podcast, please be sure to hit that subscribe on Do You Speak Geek. I'd appreciate it. And please follow us on social media. Facebook at DYSGFB, Twitter at DYSG_tweets, Twitch at DYSG_games, Instagram, TikTok at Do You Speak Geek. Yo, pull up to IG this Friday. I got Candy B in the building for DYSG Live. Y'all don't want to miss that. And please check out the YouTube channel, the only place where you can find the Dono and Daddy Show. Please be sure to subscribe, like, Hulk, smash that bell for all notifications, and leave comments. We want to know what y'all think. All right. Pretty hefty show. Star Wars, they let off both barrels, man. They came in hot. So let's get into everything about that. A couple of things we're going to talk about too, but y'all know how we do about this time. Let's speak geek.
Suit up.
I wanna be the very best.
Talk nerdy to me.
Are you ready?
Okay, we got reviews coming at you at rapid fire. The Super Mario Brothers movie, gosh. It's a fireball of animated fantasy overcoming a Paper Mario thin plot and undeniable charm and energy. This movie was phenomenal. Please go see this if you haven't, please. Everspace 2, it's the looter shooter for space jockeys and wannabe pilots, packed with cool ship classes and action-driven arcade dogfights to help keep up the pace. Pretty decent game, check it out. Paint, the promise of Owen Wilson's quirky ASMR riff on PBS painter Bob Ross is unfulfilled in this disjointed dud of a comparison. It was a kind of a dull film, but you know, whatever. If it's your cup of tea, it's your cup of tea. I can't say anything about that. Meet Your Maker is a great start for a dungeon delving shooter. It's unique and honestly, it's quite hard to put down, so check that one out. And last, we have Vinland Saga Season 2 Part 1. The first half of Vinland Saga Season 2 already hits big. on complex themes and character arcs while still delivering plenty of thrilling action. This one is hard to look away from. Just saying. It's a great anime. Please check this one out, y'all. And let's go ahead and hop into my favorite portion of the show. Y'all know the vibes. Source Wall.
Man, you come right out of a comic book.
Behold the Source Wall.
Can you read, my son?
Well, that depends.
There is nothing wrong with reading a story and looking at the pictures.
Enough said, Stan. Let's hop right into it. Pull list this week. 8 Billion Genies, number 8. The monumental ode to worldwide wish fulfillment completes its story with an exploration of the first 8 centuries after the moment 8 billion genies appeared on Earth. We'll see how the last remaining wishes get used and discover the fates of the characters we met at the Lampwick Tavern all that time ago. What's our wish? That you'll see us through all the way till the end. This is the final issue of this series, y'all. Oh my God. Insane. The seasons have teeth, number 1. In a drab, colorless world, the seasons bring change and also destruction. Andrew, a retired conflict photographer, lives a life steeped in regret after an unthinkable tragedy, but everything shifts when the seasons arrive, each one a personified godlike creature. As he risks everything to track down spring, summer, autumn, fall, and winter, will capturing the perfect picture of each be enough to find redemption and ultimately bring back color to his world? Dan Waters of Sword of Azrael and Homesick Pilots, writer acclaim, is joined by artist Sebastian Cabral for a tale that is both down to earth and supernaturally apocalyptic in its pertinence. Sounds amazing. Sounds pretty amazing. Might check this one out for real. Monarch, number 3. An alien invasion has rocked the world and no one is safe. Young Trayvon's desperate search for rations and the surviving students has put him face to face with these strange visitors who've hunted and killed everything in their path. But why have they left him alive thus far? And just when things couldn't get any worse, betrayal strikes from the unlikeliest of places, turning everyone's world upside down. This book has been killing it so far. Please keep up, y'all. Captain America Cold War Alpha, number 1. The revolution starts here. Bucky Barnes is the Outer Circle's new revolution, and he has enacted his deadliest move yet, an alliance with Sam Wilson's nemesis, the White Wolf. When Steve Rogers' adopted son, Ian, aka Nomad, is abducted by someone Steve thought was a friend, he suspects Bucky's hand at work and calls upon the people who know Ian best, Sam Wilson, Sharon Carter, and Misty Knight, to help him get to the bottom of the attack. Has Bucky finally gone too far? Why has Nomad been taken? And what does it have to do with a portal to Dimension Z opening over a secret battleground in Alaska? The Symbol of Truth and the Sentinel of Liberty reunite for a pulse-pounding crossover event that will make them question everything they believe in and each other. Y'all, this one's gonna be crazy. Just the layers of this dog. This one's gonna be nuts. I can't wait to get this one. Guardians of the Galaxy, number 1. 1 year ago, the Guardians of the Galaxy were destroyed, their optimistic future shattered by the betrayal of one of their own. Now they ride the space lanes of a lawless corner of the galaxy, trying to outrun their tragedy. Can they rediscover their heroism and humanity on the bleakest frontier? Can they forgive the failures of their past? Or will they fade into the dark, eternally unforgiven? Writers Jackson Lansing and Colin Kelly team up with artist Kev Walker for a Guardian story like no other. Sounds interesting. Silver Surfer Ghostlight, number 3. Surfer and Ghostlight are caught in the crossfire between the Stranger and AIM. But what do these villainous forces want from our heroes? And why do they look so different? Get ready for a modern twist on these classic Marvel villains. Oh my God. Superman Lost #2. As Superman struggles to re-enter his life on Earth, we begin the story of his epic 20-year journey home with an encounter with space-farsing scavengers who transport the Man of Steel to an unnamed Earth-like planet whose properties redefine the limits of his powers, while the world's ecological and political turmoil beckons for his help. This one's getting pretty deep. Let's see what happens. And finally, we have Bloodline, Daughter of Blade #3. Brielle Brooks has wanted to meet her father forever, but it's safe to say her first encounter with Blade didn't go as anticipated. As the supernatural world learns about the new vampire hunter on the scene and threats mount, this daddy-daughter daywalker duo, say that 5 times fast, will have to figure out who they want to be to one another before it's too late. Check that one out, y'all, and check out these others all this week, this Wednesday, at your local comic book store. Let's watch this.
Watch this, y'all.
Thunder! Thunder!
The Lannister always pays his debts.
Whoa, dude.
I am the villain of the story.
All right, you nerds. The Star Wars Celebration 2023. Like I said, top of the pod, Star Wars, LucasArts, Disney, they came out swinging. They came out shooting. And man, did they unload a clip on us. Let's go over some of the high spots. Lucasfilms has finally revealed that Lars Mikkelsen, I hope I said that right, will be playing the live-action version of Grand Admiral Thrawn in Star Wars Ahsoka, the same actor who voiced the villain in the Star Wars Rebels. One of the major plot lines of Disney Plus's live-action Ahsoka series will be the titular character's hunt for Thrawn, and today, star Rosario Dawson teased that aspect of the show even more at London's Star Wars Celebration. Gotta love the consistency here. Gotta love it. Star Wars The Old Republic is one of the most beloved eras in the extended universe, but it has been left largely untouched by Disney's movies and television shows. That may be about to change, though, if a timeline shown during Star Wars Celebration is anything to go by. What could be going on there? What'd you say? Star Wars Lando Calrissian series is definitely still in the works at Disney. Lucasfilms President Kathy Kelly confirmed. The long dormant show, probably starring Donald Glover, is still happening, though she didn't share much as to when we might see more. Okay. Lucasfilms President Kathleen Kelly has also said that Star Wars Rogue Squadron film could still happen despite its production fizzling away at Disney. Wow, doesn't sound good. Daisy Ridley will officially be returning to Star Wars as Rey in a new movie set 15 years after the events of The Rise of Skywalker. In this new movie, directed by Charmaine Obaid-Chinoy, Rey will attempt to rebuild the Jedi Order as a Jedi Master. I'm pretty excited for Rey coming back. Okay. Star Wars The Acolyte will the upcoming Disney Plus series set during the end of the High Republic era will make its way to Disney in 2024. While we weren't exactly given a date, the cast and crew behind the series stopped by Star Wars Celebration to share a few details as to what fans can expect. Okay. And lastly, the Star Wars Skeleton Crew is an upcoming Disney Plus series that is set to arrive later this year. Star Wars Celebration has yet to reveal an exact date, but it did share a trailer that you guys check out online. Wow. Like I said, man, Star Wars came out blazing. They really came and did their thing. I'm definitely looking forward to the Ahsoka series. It's going to be phenomenal. I'm looking forward to what we have more to see from the Acolyte series. Yeah, it's a good day to be a Star Wars fan. Unless you're a Star Wars fan who hates Star Wars, then you can go to hell. But anyway, Now, this is a trigger I think we're pulling too soon. We're getting a live-action Moana film. So, during Disney's annual shareholders meeting, Dwayne Johnson appeared to reveal the project. Little was revealed about the new movie, but Johnson said Moana, Grandma Tali, Tefeti, Hihi, and of course Maui will appear. Johnson, who voiced Maui in the original animated Moana, will bring the character to life in the live-action version as well. In the announcement video, Johnson again credited the inspiration for Maui to his grandfather, former WWE star High Chief Peter Maivia. Quote, "This story is my culture, and this story is emblematic to our people's grace and warrior strength," Johnson said. "I wear this culture proudly on my skin and in my soul, and this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to reunite with Maui, inspired by the mana and spirit of my late grandfather, High Chief Peter Maivia, is one that runs very, very deep for me." The movie will be produced by Johnson, Danny Garcia, Chaim Garcia, and Beau Flynn. Alui Cravalho, who voiced Moana in the 2016 original, will serve as executive producer. There is no word yet who will direct the film. Like I said, the film came out in 2016. We're getting a remake of a live action already? Like I said, I feel like it's too soon. Anyway, speaking of live action adaptations, we're possibly getting another Street Fighter film. So a new live action Street Fighter feature film is in development at Legendary Entertainment. It holds the rights for the live action film and television adaptations for Capcom's Street Fighter franchise. The company announced all projects from Legendary will be developed in conjunction with Capcom. The announcement didn't reveal any details about the upcoming film. The production company has previously dipped its toe in the video game world with its Detective Pikachu movie. Legendary is also responsible for Dune, Enola Holmes, and the modern Monsterverse movies. So, Street Fighter. The last time we got live action Street Fighter didn't go well. Now, the series that they had on YouTube from Machinima, I hope you guys remember Machinima around here. That series was dope, but we'll see what happens. We also got a new Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse trailer, people. Sony dropped that thing on us, offering a better look at the sequel story and its elite crew with the best Spider people. The trailer sees Miles Morales trying to strike a balance between being a student and its Brooklyn full-time friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. However, he soon finds himself catapulted into an adventure across the multiverse with Gwen Stacy and a team of Spider people. We also got our best look yet at Oscar Isaac's Miguel O'Hara Spider-Man 2099, who seemingly references the events of 2021 Spider-Man No Way Home in a conversation with Miles when he says, "Don't even get me started on Doctor Strange and that little nerd back on Earth 1999999. This dialogue might trigger some head scratching and continued debate views for Doctor Strange Multiverse Madness, previously established the MCU timeline as Earth 616, and Marvel Studios President Kevin Feige has also backed up that in interviews. However, previous discussions on the matter have highlighted that the MCU was as Earth 19999 in an official handbook of the Marvel Universe AZ Volume 5, which was published in October of 2008, while the main Marvel Universe has long been designated as Earth 616. Arguments aside of the universe, this trailer looked dope. I am very, very ready for these different animation styles to kind of change intermittently during the movie. It's going to be a big mind freak, and I can't wait to see it. Miles is going to do his thing as always. Can't wait. All right, we got a new Harry Potter TV series in the works. HBO Max and Warner Brothers are officially in talks for a TV adaptation of J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter books. A source close to the situation tells IGN. Earlier this week, a Bloomberg report citing a source with knowledge of the situation said the series was near a deal on the series for HBO, which will reportedly cover each book one season at a time. However, the Warner Brothers is nowhere near a deal while the project remains just in talks. DYSG also learned that should the deal go through, the series would be developed as an HBO Max original rather than for HBO proper. So, what do you guys think about that? An Harry Potter series? I mean, it's gonna be just like the movies, but a series. I don't know. It just seems a little redundant to me. Like why? You know, we already saw that in the movie, so now you want to get in the series? Okay, whatever. But you know, for the Harry Potter fans out there, I guess it's more content for y'all. It's something for you to enjoy past the video games. So yeah, good for y'all. Good for y'all. All right, so shout out to the Barbie girls. Warner Brothers has finally released a new trailer and a batch of posters for Greta Gerwig's Barbie movie, unboxing all the different Barbies and Kens that will appear in the film alongside the humans. The posters position each cast member in front of a glittery, colorful backdrop in the shape of the Mattel logo, along with a brief description of their character. Some are playing different variations of Barbie, while others are starring as not-so-different Ken dolls. Those joining Margot Robbie as Barbie are Hari Neff, Emma McKay, Dua Lipa, Anna Cruz Kanye, Sharon Rooney, Issa Rae, Kate McKinnon, Nicola Coughlan, Alexandra Shipp, Ritu Arya, and Emerald Fennell as Midge, the pregnant version of the doll that hit shelves in 1963. I remember Midge. I'm not that old, but I remember Midge. That's crazy. And yo, the shot with the Barbie coming out of the heels and the foot still arched. Come on now. That was brilliant. That was brilliant. I have to give them that. That was brilliant. If my wife has anything to say about it, I'll be seeing it in theaters. But I'll enjoy myself either way. It should be hilarious. And the last bit of news we have here for Watch This, My Adventures with Superman gets its first trailer. DC's My Adventures with Superman series finally received its first trailer for a 2023 release window. A 15-second trailer released on YouTube, giving fans their first proper look at the coming-of-age Superman story coming to Adult Swim and HBO Max. In it, we will see Superman save the day in the wake of a supervillain threat, making the iconic change from mild-mannered journalist Clark Kent to the Man of Steel himself. My Adventures with Superman is a serialized coming-of-age story catching up with 20-somethings Clark Kent, the bright and driven Lois Lane, and their best friend Jimmy Olsen as they begin to discover who they are and everything they can accomplish together as an investigative reporting team at the Daily Planet. The story follows Clark as he builds his secret identity as Superman and explores his own mysterious origins. Lois, on her way to becoming a star reporter, teams up with photographer Jimmy Olsen to break those stories that matter. All the while, Clark and Lois are falling in love. The Boys' Jack Quaid stars as Superman, Alice Lee portrays Lois Lane, and Ishmael Saeed plays Jimmy. So, I'm kind of glad that it's more of a serious tone of a story. It maybe has some funny elements there, but I'm glad they're not going the whole Harley Quinn vibe or the Harley Quinn lane. But yeah, Superman, count me in, no doubt. Okay, you nerds, let's mark out.
So what you gonna do? Goodbye and good night. Bang!
Okay, you smarks. There's nothing bigger to talk about than this. WWE and UFC set to merge under one company. WWE and UFC are set to merge by former Endeavor CEO Ari Emanuel as CEO and Vince McMahon as executive chairman. As reported by The Hollywood Reporter, World Wrestling Entertainment and UFC's Endeavor will form under a new company, Endeavor Group Holdings World Wrestling Entertainment, operating under the ticker symbol of TKO. Endeavor will hold a 51% controlling interest, while WWE shareholders will hold 49%. Quote, "This is a rare opportunity to create a global live sports and entertainment pure play built for where the industry is headed. For decades, Vince and his team have demonstrated an incredible track record of innovation and shareholder value creation, and we are confident that Endeavor can deliver significant additional value for shareholders by bringing UFC and WWE together." Here's the problem, and it's what he just said. Vince and his team have demonstrated an incredible track record for innovation and shareholder value creation. That means that the core product is created for the shareholders, not the fans. It's in plain black and white. They don't give a fuck about the fans. They don't care what we want. They want to impress those 49% of shareholders. And if you are a fan who is a shareholder, I guarantee you they're not thinking about your opinion. But what does this really mean when they merge together? One of my biggest questions is what happens to the pay-per-views? The premium live events. What happens to those? Do they stay on Peacock? Because as we all know, UFC makes a shit ton of money on pay-per-views. And we're just going to expect people to just pay their Peacock subscription and keep getting them that way? No. I think we're going to eventually go back to paying for WWE pay-per-view events. And it's just and the main product, God, I hope it doesn't go back the way it used to be. Because with Vince in control, man, it's just, I hate it. This past Monday Night Raw was trash. And we need to do better, people. We need to do better. Because I hate to think that these last 8 months were just a dream. That's how it feels anyway. Anyway, that's just my opinions. And that has been the pod. Thank you all for joining me. I hope you have enjoyed yourself. And I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Thank you all for listening. Please be sure to listen to this podcast. Subscribe to this podcast. Let your boy know what you think about this podcast. Follow us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, and TikTok. Check out the YouTube channel. Like, share, and subscribe to the videos there. As always, people, live to play to win to live. I speak geek. Do you speak geek?